Good afternoon, good afternoon. Settle down. How was the first session of day 2? Powerful, isn't it? Now for the second session of day 2, we need a very powerful MC. Right? This woman, this lady is known as Iron Lady of Pune chapter. So friends, she is known to be a good listener as well as she is into sports. I know her since last 31 years. Friends, she did her graduation in chemistry and she got married into a family of 26 people. And after that, she did her diploma in computer management and then she wanted to do something, so she joined her husband's business and became a developer. Then, as the children grew up, she left everything and then focused on children and 2 children. Elder is Yash, married to Megha, and the younger one is Neev. Friends, she then found a vacuum in her life when the children went away for education. That time, she decided to do a course in MILT. And since then, she has been extremely active into MILT Forum and attending all the conventions. Friends, it is indeed an honor for me to welcome on stage the powerful MC, the master of ceremony, and the love of my life, Miltonian Meena Pungalia.
Before I start, let me take a small moment to thank you, to joy of my heart, my husband Vikram, who is also a General Secretary of Josh25. Vikram, thank you for such a beautiful introduction. I welcome you all to Josh 2025, the Global Convention of Miltonian. Come on, friends, let's rise and ignite. Come on, let's celebrate. Are you ready to rise? Say rise. Rise. Are you ready to ignite? Say ignite. Ignite. Come on, friends, let's celebrate. 13 years ago, life tested me in a way that I never imagined. I was in the emergency ward of Dinanath Mangeshkar Hospital in Pune. Met an accident in which my left arm was broken and muscle of my left wrist got shifted. Doctor operated me with 2 rods in my hand and already facing the problem of osteoporosis and severe varicose veins. Doctor warned me not to do physical activity or else risk becoming bedridden. But what they did not know was standing still for me was much harder than not moving. Lying in this bed, I could not imagine my life surrendering so easily to this situation. At that time, I came across one quote of Rakesh Bhai of Dharampur. If you know your weakness, that will become your strength. That moment, I decided to rise. I choose to rise, overcoming all my physical challenges. I choose to rise over the excuses and I joined a running class. The first step was the hardest, but my coach believed in me before I believed in myself. It took 2 years to complete my first 5 kilometers, then 10 kilometers, 15 kilometers, and 21 kilometers. Friend, till now I have completed more than 10 half marathon. When I run, my body, mind, and spirit are one. As a Miltonian, I always balance it all. Clarity of thought, discipline, routine, managing my joint family and my children. and fulfilling all my responsibilities before stepping out of the door. Then came cycling. I rose again. 5 kilometers to 20 kilometers, 20 kilometers to 40 kilometers. And eventually, I completed 120 kilometers from Pune to Panvel. Every ride made me stronger. Every drop of sweat was a fuel. And every milestone lit the lamp. Confidence awakened. Something more powerful in me. The fire that has long been quiet. At that moment, I decided to ignite. Ignite the stage where the fitness stops being a challenge and it becomes a purpose of my life. I started training with intention. It was time to know better in myself. I registered for triathlon. My first step towards Ironman. The biggest challenge was swimming in an open water. Swimming in a pool and swimming in an open water is another world. But I found an excellent coach who trained me to conquer my fear. It is very necessary to have a 5 hours of endurance spirit in you. Few months later, I stood at the starting line of Bergman, Kolhapur, ready to plunge in the water. I overcome my fear and took a dive in the lake. Friends, I completed my first triathlon. That is 1.5 kilometers of swimming, 40 kilometers of cycling, and 10 kilometers of running with flying colors. लक्ष्य पाने की आग होगा दिल में तो हर ठोकर से भी राह मिलती है. इसी आग में ही मेरी मंजिल है. लक्ष्य पाने की आग है. A Marwadi girl who have never done physical outdoor activity till her age of 45 completed her triathlon at the age of 51. I stand strong because he stands strong with me. My husband's support is the heartbeat of my sports journey. The sports have brought lot of life in me. I am nobody for sports, but sport is everything for me. After my triathlon, I realized, and I was super joy to see my family and friends got inspired. And the biggest joy, when they tied their shoelace and they started running too. Many of my Miltolan friends took their first step when they saw taking mine. At that time, I realized if you ignite your own passion, you will ignite the passion of others too. It's like a lighting candle will burn all the candles and everyone will brighter and brighter. My journey was not about the distance. It became the journey of possibilities. Challenging inner passion, lighting the flame to light up others. Then came August 2025. The moment that will stay in my heart forever. I pursue a dream since last 2-3 years. That was Kailas Mansaro Yatra and Ashtapad Darshan. Friends, it was not a challenge. It was a spiritual calling. Everyone had a doubt considering my oxygen capacity. But desire is stronger than doubt and passion is stronger than fear. Staying 15,000 feet above sea level, crossing 2 countries, traveling for 2,000 kilometers of challenging terrain, unpredictable weather, and leaving behind my lovely family. At Yamadwara, I realize it is a very threshold gateway of Kailas Parikrama. If you want to rise and ignite, you have to let go all the baggages of past behind. Step by step, breath by breath, and prayers by prayers, I completed this Mansaro Yatra. Standing in front of it, mighty Kailas, I realized something more profound. If your passion, inner fire is on passion, the highest altitude can't stop you. Friends, I want to be the player on the stage of life and not the mute spectator. So friends, remember this. Your rise begins the moment you decided you have not done. Your ignite begins when you discover that your inner soul is on the fire. And you will shine when you dare to chase something that is impossible. Rise, ignite, and suddenly you will shine. Now, it's competition time. In MILT, we say, we believe firmly that one can excel in competition environment. So when we compete, it's not about the getting the better of others. It's about getting the best of yourself. So the real competition is our journey, own journey. And when we do our best, that is the best match that we have. Do you know our brain processes images 60,000 times than the text. So we have the competitors ready to share their expertise with all of us. Are you curious to learn the new things? Yes, so we are ready. So introducing Talk to Inform competition. Now, my dear Miltonian, calling upon the competitors, and as I call their names, the competitor will come running to occupy the seat in the competition gallery. So my first call goes to, from Pune chapter, Miltonian Pooja Ostaval. My second call goes to, from Bengaluru chapter, Miltonian Sri Radha. From Chennai chapter, my call goes to Miltonian Sita Geeta Sridhar. From Kolkata chapter, Miltonian Harcharan Singh. From Middle East chapter, Nisha Sajdev Ranjeev. From Mumbai chapter, Miltonian VG Suresh. From Pune chapter, Miltonian Pritesh Ostaval. From Bengaluru chapter, Rupa Sridhar. From Chennai chapter, Vaishnavi Bargotra. From Kolkata chapter, Dr. G.R. Ashok. From Mumbai chapter, Miltonian Ashok Kharte. From Bengaluru chapter, Miltonian J.S. Nathan. I would like to call upon the judges. When I call your name, please request to sit and occupy the judge gallery. The judge for today's Talk to Inform competitions are Miltonian Manbir Jabbal, Miltonian Deepa DS, and Miltonian Sham Lata. And timekeeper for this competition is Miltonian Amit Chodia. The judging criteria for the competition is as follows. The confidence and enthusiasm, 10 points. The flow and the style of presentation, 10 points. The effectiveness, 10 points. Technical, visual, content, clarity and coverage, 10 points. And the time is 120 seconds. At the 100 second, the warning bell will be like this. And at the final call will be like this. So competitor, first is a Talk to Inform. Let me show how the pointer is used. So the pointer will be keeping on that side. When you come on the stage, you have to carry the pointer. And again, when you will return, please keep the pointer at the place.